Oh, so okay. All right. Wasn't really expecting this. Oh boy. All right. Let me see. Did this go through? Is it working? Are we caught up? Yes, we are. Hello. Welcome. I know that was a lot to get through. Um, Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sid. Sid's a pack. Sid the kid. Sidriana. Whatever. Um, I'm gonna be honest. Originally, I wasn't going to do this live stream today. Um, Honestly, a lot has been happening. And I think with the topic that I did have today, I think it fits perfectly to go live to talk about it. So for Writers Right, this week's topic or today's topic is it's hard. It's just it's hard. And I think everyone feels that in different ways. For me, when I say that it's hard, it's juggling a lot of stuff in your life and you're trying to figure out if you're doing the best that you can or think you can while trying to juggle other aspects in your life. And before I get into that, I would like to do a full intro. So, hello everybody. My name is Sid. Sid's a pack. My publishing type, I am currently unpublished, but I hope that one day I can be hybrid where I can do standalones with traditional publishing and series I can do indie style. My next writing goal will be to finish up a book by the end of this month that I'm currently calling Once Upon a Kill. And I would like to finish that. So that is me. How are you guys? I see some comments coming in. I'm going to get to you guys. So let me know, how are you? What's your name? What's your publishing type? What's your next writing goal? I want to know. I'm very, very curious before I dive into some very deep, heavy stuff on why I think today's topic is really important. So we have Grayson who says, "Oh my, I see a wild Sidriani. Yes, I am here." We have Barrett. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope all is well. We have the big sis here saying hi. Hello, hello. Um. So, I didn't even have my question set up, but you know what? I'm just gonna go straight from the heart with it. I won't have any questions pulled up. I will just have um some things that I want to ask. And one question I do want to ask is working a 9 to 5 a should the world still have to work a 9 to 5? I think that's what I want to ask, right? Oops. Actually, I'm actually gonna pull it up. I think I'll pull up the questions. So, question number one: should we still work a 9 to 5? And the reason why I ask this is because so much in my personal life, it's you have to go out and get a job that is a 9 to 5. Is you establish yourself in a career where you work a 9 to 5. You've made it to adulthood, and outside of being an author and an aspiring author and having other hobbies, I think a 9 to 5 is unrealistic. Where the way I work personally, I am someone who's much more active, much more creative, much more alert during the nighttime. And during the morning, I'm very sluggish. I have no energy. I don't want to do anything. So for me, I think the mindset of the world saying that we have to stick to work on a 9 to 5, me personally, I don't find that to be true that in order to make it out in the real world, you have to work a 9 to 5, 5 days a week. So I think that is something that I think is something that is hard is when if you do work that 9 to 5, juggling out something else, especially where I live. Even if I was to work a 9 to 5, I wouldn't be able to live by myself, get a place on my own. I would have to have additional income from somewhere else. So for me, I think is working a 9 to 5 or working your regular job enough. And that's why I disappeared. I disappeared because work was getting hard, personal life was getting hard, school was just getting hard. And for me, I would like to be free and be my own boss. So I know how hard it is to work and then try to come home and do your own writing. And I think sometimes people don't get to see that. Some people just don't see that. And it can be super duper frustrating. So, yeah, then I got to figure out some other questions I forgot about. So I'm going to the comments. um, we have hello, I'm Grayson Wild. I also like to be a hybrid published author one day, and my next goal is to finish 3 of my main writing projects. That is so nice. Um, Grayson also said, I can't speak on the world, but I can speak on America. I think people should work whatever they are actually passionate about. People are working themselves sick at jobs they hate, and that sucks. That Barrett said, Barrett Lowry, hoping for traditional publishing. Next goal is to finish my work in progress by the end of Nano, even if mentally I can't commit to Nano. You know, I agree with that also that, sometimes Nano can be a little bit hard uh, because you want to finish stuff and get stuff done during Nano. And then I also have another project I'm going to get done by Nano. So I agree on that. And then agrees with Grayson about work being passionate. And then said, I was addicted to work before I got sick. I had no idea how sick work was making me. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, my last job stressed me out so bad and left me with PTSD. It's been 2 years and I can't hold a regular job because of it. And so my only option is to go for what I love at this point. And sometimes I'm sorry that happened to you. That really, really sucks. But sometimes when you go to something that really, really sucks, sometimes there is a silver lining. And I remember we spoke about this personally. I sent you a picture of something and it said, sometimes you have to go through the bad days to have the good days. And you responded back, well, why do I have to have bad days? And I often think about that, when we have that conversation, that sometimes even when you do have a bad day, sometimes good days can come out of it. But with this, I am personally so happy to see you doing your thing with your writing and other work that you want to do. So sometimes the reason why I bring up the 9 to 5 or the regular job is it worth it to keep continuing to make yourself, like you guys said, sick, emotionally drained, overworked in order to get to where you want? Or, in the words of Grayson Wild, should you risk it for the biscuits? But not in that context. So that is the reason why I kind of do that. For me, if you're new, very much hello. For Writers Right, what I like to do is just ask some questions and see how people respond to it. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like my therapy session where I get to see to other people's lives, see how they respond to certain things, and I love what people have been giving, and I want to do more of this. I really, really do, but it's just been a struggle for me. So I'm trying to find that balance. So there's that. Yes, I hope you reach your goal. Camille, hello, hello, hello. How are you? Right? Yes, we love this. Hello. Yes, we have some highs to everyone. Hello. Gracie said, yes, writing has really brought me out of my shell. I'm so happy that I can create and share these words with everyone else. I can't wait to have a shelf of altitude books. This is also what I like. FYI, if you have a book out, you can please message me on Instagram at the Sense of Pack. I promise you I'll respond within a month's time. If you know me, you know it takes me a month to respond back. But if you are publishing a book anytime soon, please remember me and try to do a hardcover. I love a hardcover book. I personally love hardcover books. I'm one of those people who will pay the $30 for a hardcover. So anyone out there publishing a book too, remember, I like hardcovers. I will buy them. Um, so yeah. Hello, Spence. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Um, all right. So then I have another question. Um, all right. Another question I have that's been on my mind that makes writing hard and why it's just super duper hard is how can lack of support hurt you with your writing? Or how can the lack of support hurt when you're trying to write when you don't have some of the people who you lean on to actually support you for your career choices? How can that hurt you? And the reason why I ask this is because, and I think you guys all been there as you told people you want to be writers. They don't pay much. You're not gonna make much money out of it. Good luck. And those are the words I typically don't want to hear, especially when I'm trying to put in the work to go forth and do what I want to do. And then I have negative Nancy's around me telling me that I'm wasting my time. So for me, how that can hurt me is it makes me want to quit. It makes me not want to do what I want to do. You know, I'm one of those people where, yes, if I'm very passionate about something, I would like support. Other than that, I will, if I'm not getting the support that I need, I will I would go away. But hearing the words of that you're not going to make it, or, you know, you might as well stop now, those are kind of hurtful to me and make me want to be super reclusive, as in sometimes when I do that and I shouldn't. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on that. And I'm going to catch up on the comments because I missed so much. You guys are responding back to each other. Apparently, KDP is writing a beta hardbacks. I'm pretty hyped for that. Yes, they do have that. If you guys follow Aphrodite Lee, she got some proof copies of the hardcover from them. It looked pretty cool. Me personally, it kind of sucks now, but I'm trying to stay away from Amazon as much as possible for things that's been happening. But I do want to see how it works out. So yes, I have seen that. Camille said, I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since 2017 and they were so freaking abusive. I'm glad to be out of the workforce. Whew, if that ain't a word, if that ain't a word. And then I have to be honest. So for me, I don't work a 9 to 5. I work more on a spectrum of like 12 to 8 sometimes. And it's like I don't get to leave until it's all done. So sometimes it's like later. So I still get the full 8 hours, just in like different ways sometimes. If I did go back, I'd probably get a CDL and do commercial trucking. People have been making a lot of money doing trucking. Yeah, yes. It's the very yes, the comments about the writing, it's really, really hard. Really, really hard. It really does hurt not to have a support group. I've had really close writer friends, and they were the first people I talked to in the morning, and they kept me motivated. I feel this so hard. I do have my tribe, my group of people where they are super duper supportive of me, even when I'm like legit having a bad day. Sometimes they can be gentle with me, and sometimes they give me the tough love. And when I say tough love, it's the genuine tough love to make me hear what I need to hear, but they also throw in those compliments to make sure I understand them. So this right here, finding the writer friends and the communities here on AuthorTube or on my own has been super duper amazing. It's been the best thing ever where I'm able to openly share all of my ideas. Even if I'm like scared to say something out in general, if I just tell them, they don't judge me and they're okay with it. And I think that is the best part right there. So I agree with this so hard. I just got the warm fuzzy feelings to mail. Grayson said, without support, I would have stopped writing completely by now. I hate my writing, honestly, but others like it and are pushing me to keep going. If I may just get a little bit personal, I've read some of your writing. For those who are wondering, I've read some of his writing, and Grayson's writing is honestly one of the most descriptive slash realistic writing styles that I ever seen, where I feel like I am the main character and this is my story, which I haven't gotten in so long. For me, I hate reading because all of these books that are out are just so bad and stupid. And you guys see it and they become bestsellers. And I'm just like, for why? For why? And then you read basically all these indie authors who are working their butts off and they're the best people who write the best stuff ever. And it's like, why aren't you in the market at the top? So but for me personally, from me to you, bro, I'm really, really happy that you're getting back into writing, and I cannot wait to hold one of your books in my hands. I really, really cannot. Um, Carissa, but when we drifted apart, and I find it so much harder without the feedback and creative conversations, dreaming about our futures together. I'm desperate for a group chat. You know what? I will try to reach out to you. Cause I understand leaving a group and not getting the feedback that you want. And then when you find a group that does give it to you, it's really, really awesome. Spence said, I would have quit writing a long time ago without the AuthorTube community. And that is one thing that is so beautiful is even if you haven't heard of someone or you don't know someone, someone will know someone and you have a friend. There are so many lovely and supportive folks and AuthorTube. Yes, yes. I'm glad you're not in that situation anymore. Right? See, right here. Let's start one. Let's start a new group. The in-person writing community in my town is totally behind the times, still very pretentious and one-upmanship. It's unbearable. People online are distant right now because emotional strain on the yes, the Vera. Um, so for me, where I live, I want to say for the writing support, it's non-existent. It's really non-existent where I live. Um, when it comes to like nano time, for camp and actual nano, there are people who reach out, but it's very all over the place. So for me, I could definitely use an in-person writing community up here, but I don't think I'm gonna get it because people here where I live are super duper selfish in all genres when it comes to art. They want to be the first one to do it by themselves. They don't want to lean on other people, which sucks. Which sucks. And I appreciate you too, just so you know. You see, Grayson? I know you probably looking at the screen like Sid, but we need those. We need those. Okay. Right? Let's get this group started. Let's get the group started. If I stick to my plan, I should have something ready to be published early 2022. That is great if I'm on track. And this is a little spoiler, a little tea. If I am on track, I should have something by summer of 2022. Summer of 2022, I should have something. So hopefully it goes well. I'm like in a full planning stage, and then I'm about to go full force to do something. Um, it's not like a traditional book per se. It's something a little bit different. Some of the people here know what it's about, but if everything goes on track, summer 2022. Right? See, yes, Grayson, you got this. My in-person group is sort of out of touch too. Yeah, I think it's a lot that happens where you start to drift apart, but the ones that stay intact are naturally the ones who are further away from you, which I think is super ironic. Gracie said for Austin, there's a lot of little groups and it just feels like high school all over again. But Nano is the only time when where writing in public feels so good. It does. I remember before the pandemic Rano happened, it was like a week before we had to go on lockdown. I was out at a cafe when I was with a friend from college and she was working on essays. I was working on Project Purple, which is now Edic in the Royal Court. And it was just fun just to be out with someone at a coffee shop having fun. And I was able to get the ending that I wanted. Well, I didn't really like it, but it's what I needed. And it was something that's super, super fun. Um, I agree, coffee and sprints. Honestly, because like I said, I wasn't in the best of moods today, but I felt like what happened to me today with my frustrations, it really fit for the theme of the writer's right. So I continued the writer's right today. But I was gonna just hop on and do some sprints like later on in the day. But I said, you know what? I feel like right now people need to talk about what is happening and why writing right now is super hard. Why it's hard. What is something that is either A holding you back or you know, just discouraging you. And I know we all go through this. We all go through this. We have times where we are writing the best thing ever and we love it. Sometimes we read it back, we can either still love it or hate it. Sometimes we have this bright new shiny idea and we're writing it out. But there is something that is stopping us and we are in our head. So those are like some things that I'm going through and I just like want to see how other people are holding up because I feel like as great as the AuthorTube community is, sometimes we still need a little bit more of that safe space to talk about our frustrations and why some of us are A aren't published yet, B why we're stalling our publication, or C why we're not writing when we want to. And it's because we have those outside, I won't say negativities, but those outside, what's the word? I'm about to like scroll down in the comments and someone's gonna say exactly what I was looking for the word. But we have those outside, it's not distractions, hindrance. We have those outside hindrance. Yeah, no, I don't speak English. But we have those things, those factors outside of our personal life that just bring us down, and it makes it so much harder to reach our goals. And that's just what I wanted to talk about. No, we are good. I promise we're good. We're good. We're good. We are good. I lean into my author friends and online writing community. Right? I do that too whenever I need like a little pick me up. I need someone to help me out. Thank you. Yeah, there's not any sort of writing community in my area at all, right? And it sucks. What? Not even what? Oh my god. We have a couple bookstores here, but they're like a little bit further out in the area. Also, like around me, I know like two off the top of my head where they're at because I see it whenever I walk by it or I take the bus. I have two of like they're not like libraries, but they're like the little wooden boxes, like take a book, leave a book. So I have one down my street, which I think is super, super fun. I still owe a book because I took one. And then there's one like when I'm on my way to work or if I go to school or wherever I'm gonna take public transportation or the train, there's always I stop by the bus stop and there's one and it's a take a book, leave a book. But across from there was a bookstore that just got shut down and got turned into a hair salon. But we still have like other bookstores around us. That is so disrespectful, as Grayson said. There's a writing group here, but I'm realizing I don't want to be around them. They breathe too much. So even though words, even though you can have the you can have this is what I'm about to say. You can have the food that you want, but sometimes you won't have the nutrients that you need from it. So for that, this is okay. You found the food that you wanted, but you weren't getting the nutrients, and that's okay. Sometimes you still got to look for those nutrients. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm very carb motivated. Mine is very much like Grayson. I am very coffee motivated. If you do coffee or tea, I would like it iced, please. Um, no, no, this is perfectly 100% okay. You have to do that. You have to personally be picky when it comes to your writing because when you can find the group that you've been looking for and you're like, this is the best thing ever. And because I won't say like you're just because like you're desperate, and I'm talking about you, I'm talking about like in general. Like you can be like, this is the group for me because you're desperate because you haven't found the group you're looking for. So you say, yes, this is it. And then when you get into that group, you realize it's not the best for you. So realizing from the beginning that it's not right for you is always great. It just means you got to keep looking. It means you're going to the right direction because you found something. Now you got to keep going. You're going towards your finish line to get to where you need to go. So don't no one feel bad for being very particular and choosy about who you want to hang out with when it comes to your writing. Writing is your craft, it's your style, it's your baby. That's you. This is your heart on paper. You know what I mean? So you want to be careful with that. So I definitely agree. You should definitely be choosy and know who you want to be around. That is actually great to do that. To actually realize that hey, I need to be careful when choosing groups. I think that is very insightful right there. So that is amazing. That right there is really really amazing. If someone doesn't pass the vibe check, they're not gonna help at all. Exactly right. Yeah. So you are not alone. You are not alone. Um, right, yeah. So exactly. Always, when finding a group, think of it as a job. Is this the right job for me? Are they the right people for me? Um, I always say if you're looking for a group, look for someone who writes in your genre, someone who doesn't write in your genre, someone who has experience, and someone who doesn't have experience. So that way you're getting a lot of feedback and it's very diverse and it's people who want to help you. If you have someone who's writing in your genre, they can help you out. If you have someone who doesn't write in your genre, they might be like, "Ooh, I don't like this. Can you explain it?" Or you know what? Surprisingly, I fell in love with this. For me, I don't like romance. Straight up. But shameless plug, I do like the Hairless Love because it's not the type of romance that makes me feel, ugh, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make me feel sick. Um, You want someone who has experience, whether it's just they know how to write in general with great grammar and they know what they're doing, or they actually are in the industry and they know what they are doing. And then you want someone who's new who like doesn't know much about writing, hasn't written a lot, but they are willing to give you advice because they are so fresh. They have brand new eyes, so they don't understand everything. They can help to give you a a type of innocence you're missing. So always look for a diversity and what can help you. It would be really sad to be without a bookstore. Those are my people. I like bookstores. I like librarians. I feel like my writing group would be like a boot camp. Okay, shut the hell up. We're writing right now, okay? um, I am one of those people. For me, I get a stimulation from writing when I'm with other people who are also writing or working on stuff. So that's good. I live in a really small and really is that caustic? Is that how you pronounce it? Caustic? Haunted and political out up little town. I was amazed they managed to keep the bookstore open for as long as they did. Thank you. um, dry nutrients. Okay, as long as everyone knows. Um, the Hannah game and Sophie Kinsella are the only romance I've read, and I usually cry a lot, so I have to look into those. Oop, no, that's the wrong thing. Come on now. I'm sorry if I could hear from outside. Yeah, I probably can't even hear what's happening outside. Um, Honestly, I don't think I have anything else. Let me just double check. I do have some questions on my phone, kinda. I want to see what else I was thinking when I wrote this. Here we go. By the way, how is everybody? How's the weather? We finally just got fall over here. The leaves are turning red and orange, and then we're getting like the rain weather. So it's very much looking like London at the moment. Uh, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, next time I will actually try to plan this out instead of just jumping straight into a live stream for Writers Right. Because I was just ready to go. I was fired up. Um oh, that. Thank you. That's what I wanted to talk about. I know some people are still scared about it, some people forgot about it, some people are just like it's still happening. Like we're still living through a pandemic. We still have COVID happening. Um I know where I live, COVID was doing great. It was doing well. Um until fall hit. Um where I live, we're known for colleges. We have a lot of colleges. Some Ivy League, some not. But we have a lot of international people. So people from all around the world came to where I live, and then our COVID numbers jacked up. So for me, I just want to ask: is everyone being safe with COVID? Is everyone still okay? Because I know for some people, it's still hard to leave the house. You know, whether either A, you're scared, or B, you don't have the proper protection. You know, it's a lot. So I know for me, when COVID happened, I was personally thankful because I started as a vacation. Um, B, the bright side was me getting to know people in the AuthorTube community because I am a scaredy cat. I have a big personality, majorly introverted. So getting out there to put myself on the internet and meet people, you know, I want to see how everyone's doing because it's scary, and I know every state is different, every town is different, every country is different. So for me, I feel no difference because before I left my house, when COVID happened, I'm not well, not before COVID. Like when COVID happened, I still left my house with the mask. I always wear a mask, and even now, as people got vaccinated, they were told that they didn't have to wear a mask. So some people stopped wearing masks completely, and then where I work, they require you to wear masks now, and people are complaining because they're like, "I'm not used to this anymore," and I'm just like, I was still gonna wear my mask regardless. I just want to make sure um, that everyone is good. So yeah. Eva is here. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? Camille said, I didn't leave the house before COVID. I'm not starting now. I kind of feel that. Grace has said, so we have ACL happening right now. Lots of people gathered together and clinging to each other while dancing. It's bad. And then I found out that ACL is Austin City Limits, which is a huge music festival out there. Yikes. I hope. Um, sorry. I was getting confirmation on something, and then I got a little bit more information about something, and then I was like, "Oh, what?" So yeah, um, lost train of thought. We're gonna keep moving. I really leave the house, always mask, avoid other humans, even the other masks, and never go anywhere that allowed mask off inside. I.e., no food services. Uh, wow. We're relocated 800 miles, leaving tomorrow, so we're having to do more outside the house to make the move, and then we'd leave in over a year. We have a toddler under age 5. Wow. We've gathered with exactly 2 people, a pal, not since variant, and my mother. We do rapid tests beforehand and after. Um, I've had family cut me off due to not wanting to gather. What? How you gonna what? How you gonna do that for someone who wants to be safe? That's stupid. Like if you want to be safe, you want to be safe. Um, but maybe yeah. I know for me, there's like 2 people who I see, which is my best friends. But I think that does it for me for when I do that, mostly because I just stay indoors. So yeah. I think that's gonna be it for me today for Writers Right. I know this one was like super short, like very very short, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I just want to make sure that I just want to check in really to make sure everyone's doing well, everything's going okay. That no one feels bad about not writing or I don't know. Words are kind of hard for me at the moment. Super hard for me. Gracie said, my partner has lupus. We don't leave the house unless it's necessary. We both got vaccinated and we stay careful as much as possible. Yes, you have to just stay super careful. You have to stay super careful. We're still living in the halfway zone of it. We have our 2 best friends who come over sometimes and do family stuff, but all the adults are vaxxed, and I make the Peaks Demon wear a mask at school. Oh boy. Thanks for hosting. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Um, we don't do DXs, but we also not great at maintaining medical services, so we probably overdue for some DX. I just want to be a part of the. I don't want to be part of the problem. I understand that. Grayson is putting out his Discord tags. If you want to add Grayson on Discord, we could always try to do something with everyone. Try to create a little community. Yes. No, so no, it's fine. Thanks. If things work out, I might be here next week, depending on what happens. But yes, I hope all of you guys have a great day, a blessed day, a happy day, a peaceful day. And please be gentle and kind with yourself. Hydrate, rest, stretch, eat, do all the things that are good for you. And I wish you guys a happy life. So, see you guys.